of the boys has died and leaves his eldest son Oliver with his vast estate. Oliver is told to take good care of his younger brother Orlando. However, he neglects to do so and resorts to treating him harshly. Orlando is denied the schooling and training that is supposed to send him on the road to become a gentleman and nobleman. Charles, a wrestler from Duke Frederick's court, hears about Orlando's plan to challenge him to a fight. Having heard the news, he tells Oliver and they plot to have Charles break his neck. Fortunately for Orlando, he defeats Charles and the beautiful Rosalind is there to witness his victory. They instantly fall in love but refrain from confessing their true feelings from one another. There is also another conflict floating around. Duke Frederick has evicted Duke Sr., his own brother, from his throne. He sets out to the safe forest of Arden, where he is accompanied with a group of loyal followers. Frederick permits Rosalind, daughter Sr., to remain in the court solely out of convenience, for his daughter Celia holds a strong friendship with her. When Orlando returns home from the match, Adam, his servant, warns him of Oliver's scheme to murder him once and for all. They then set out to the forest of Arden, as Duke Sr. did. Suddenly, Duke Frederick decides to banish Rosalind off the court. Both Celia and Rosalind, being best friends, set out together to the forest of Arden as well. Scared to be pulled apart, they disguise themselves, Rosalind as Ganymede and Celia as Aliena. On his way to the forest of Arden, Orlando encounters Duke Sr., and he gives him a warm welcome after realizing he is the son of his former friend Roland. Meanwhile, Rosalind and Celia encounter Silvius, who is lovesick for Phoebe, and soon purchase a cottage in the forest. Orlando runs into Ganymede and, seeing her as a man, confides in her his lovesickness. Ganymede tells him that she can cure him of such emotions if he promises to pretend she is Ganymede and woo her. This was her way of testing him to see if he genuinely loved her. Meanwhile, Phoebe is consistently cruel with Silvius, and Ganymede intervenes. Phoebe instantly falls in love with Ganymede. The drama with Rosalind and Orlando continues, for he failed to meet up with her at 2 o'clock for another lesson. He had gone out to eat with Duke Sr., and on his way back, an incident happened. Oliver shows up and explains to her that while he was sleeping under a tree, a snake crawled on him and wrapped around his neck. Orlando saves him, but a lioness attacks him shortly after, gravely damaging his arm. Oliver is beyond grateful and no longer wishes to kill his brother. Worried that Rosalind will lose interest in him for missing a session, he had told Oliver to hand her a rag with his blood. He and Celia, still disguised as Aliena, fall in love and vow to get married the next day. Phoebe continues with her love for Ganymede, and Rosalind decided to stop the act. With her wits, Rosalind convinces Phoebe to marry Silvius. Rosalind goes to her father and marries Orlando. There is a quadruple forest wedding that day, including Touchstone and Audrey, another pair of lovebirds, which is interrupted by Duke Frederick's army, who is plotting to murder his brother Duke Sr. He encounters a holy man that convinces him to stray away from his evils. At last, after a journey of comedy and drama, everything has fallen into place.